Welcome back. Today we watch a builder carve a permanent shelter straight into the forest floor. The earthen walls must be shaved perfectly plumb to prevent uneven pressure on the future frame. Raw timber is dense and saturated with moisture, making it heavy to transport by shoulder. Sizing these primary supports accurately is critical, as they will bear the entire weight of the roof structure and the soil above it. The initial layout defines the skeleton of the bunker. Distributing the logs across the base ensures that the corner posts can be erected in a rapid, continuous sequence. True vertical alignment dictates the structural integrity of the entire space. Even a slight lean at this stage would multiply into a severe load imbalance once the heavy roof is added. By driving wooden stakes deeply into the hardpack, she anchors the base without concrete. The upper horizontal beams then lock the vertical posts together, transforming independent poles into a rigid, unified box capable of resisting lateral earth pressure. The completed upper ring acts as a continuous header. It distributes the inward force from the surrounding soil evenly across all four walls. With the primary skeleton locked under tension, the structural focus shifts to sheathing the interior. Milled planks offer a flat, uniform surface compared to round logs, drastically reducing drafts. Sealing the walls requires tightly fitted vertical planks. This layer acts as a retaining wall, holding back loose dirt and preventing root systems from creeping into the living space over time. Driving the timber down firmly seats it into the floor channel. Friction and tight tolerances are doing the work of heavy hardware here. A horizontal base plate is introduced to clamp the vertical planks in place. This bottom rail resists outward bowing, keeping the wall perfectly straight against the earth's weight. Repeated strikes wedge the rail tightly into the framework. Wood expands and contracts with humidity, so creating a friction fit ensures the joints will only grow tighter as the green wood absorbs ground moisture over the coming weeks. Built-in furniture maximizes the limited square footage of an underground shelter. By integrating the bench directly into the load-bearing frame, it gains immense stability and doubles as a structural brace for the rear wall. Elevated off the raw earth, the seat stays dry and insulates against the cold ground. With the seating established, she drives layout stakes into the subgrade to mark the floor joists. An elevated floor is essential in subterranean builds to create an air gap, preventing rot and allowing condensation to drain away from the living area. The parallel joists form a sleeper system, resting directly on the compacted earth while providing a level surface for the finished flooring. Precise spacing is necessary to prevent the floorboards from sagging under body weight. Once the grid is locked, the milled boards can be laid down in sequence. A continuous wooden floor completely separates the interior from the damp soil below. It immediately changes the acoustics and feel of the pit, turning a dirt hole into a habitable room. Spanning the pit with heavy timber rafters requires deep anchor points. These primary beams will carry a massive dead load. Planking the roof provides a solid deck. It prevents soil from sagging through the gaps between the rafters. The final boards seal the overhead canopy. The tight fit ensures no sharp edges will puncture the moisture barrier overhead. A continuous polyethylene sheet provides absolute waterproofing. By stapling it taut across the wooden deck, water is forced to shed off the sides rather than pooling in depressions. Even the best waterproof membrane fails if groundwater has nowhere to go. A perimeter drainage trench intercepts surface runoff, channeling heavy rains away from the shelter's vulnerable edge. With the hydrology managed, she shifts to visual concealment. A thick layer of dry forest debris acts as a natural mulch. It protects the plastic from ultraviolet degradation and creates a dense thermal blanket, regulating the internal temperature. The entrance is the weakest point of any subterranean build. Heavy steel hinges ensure the wooden hatch pivots smoothly while resisting the weight of accumulated debris on top. Countersinking the frame allows the door to sit perfectly flush, eliminating drafts and stopping rainwater from creeping under the lip. Once closed, the geometric lines of the lumber vanish. The structure is absorbed back into the forest floor, virtually undetectable from a few yards away. Beneath the surface, the earth provides incredible insulation, capturing and holding the heat generated within. Loading a small, portable grill with charcoal requires careful ventilation, but in a controlled environment, it quickly warms the small volume of air. The thick timber walls absorb the radiant heat, acting as a thermal battery against the cold ground outside. In the end, structure, landscape, and daily routine operate as one system. What was a raw pit in the dirt is now a fortified, self-contained refuge. Some comforts have to be carved out by hand,